Happy New Year to everyone. It's January 1st, 2025. We won't date a lot of these shows, but just want to let everyone know Happy New Year. Welcome to Permission to Speak Freely with Mr. Russell. I am your gracious host, Mr. Russell. Topic I wanted to talk about today, it's there's a lot going on in the world today. It's the new year. We had the terrorist attack down in New Orleans where a driver looped around the barricades, busted through Bourbon Street, mowed down about 15. I think actually about 15 people were actually killed there, dozens injured. Horrific event, very graphic. We will get into that story once more information comes out. But the topic I want to talk about today for this video, just a short video for the new year. I'm going to revamp this channel. Um, service dogs. Service dogs. I was out and about today and I saw a person that had a service dog with them. And I've been saying this for quite some time. Have you ever saw a happy service dog? Now, some people have these dogs. Now, these dogs are very well trained. Service dogs can assist in medical emergencies. They can assist with daily living. They're companions. They're emotional dogs. They're there to support the owner. But what I've noticed just in my years of interacting with service dogs, they don't seem to be very happy dogs. Some of them seem borderline miserable. And you got to think about it. It's the training. If a service dog does not do what it's trained to do, what happens to that dog? What happens to a dog that's being trained to be a service dog, but it doesn't learn the skills to be a service dog? Does it go back to the animal shelter? What actually happens to that dog? That dog actually becomes a slave to its owner. And I see so many people, all the animal rights people are going to come after me. This is my first video of the new year. But we're going to discuss these service dogs. Trust me, when you're out and about and you see someone with a service dog, those dogs do not look happy. Like they're not like the dogs that you see at the park, chasing frisbees and soccer balls and jogging with people. They look miserable. They look like they're waiting to break off of the chain so they can run under the first set of wheels on the biggest 18-wheeler rig that they can find. You're right. If you're looking for uh, controversial topics and opinions, you're in the right place because the animal community is a very strong community. People love their dogs. But this is just my observation only. Come in the comments and let me know if I'm incorrect or educate me on the demeanor of a service dog. Because I've seen a lot of service dogs over my years. And you see people that have service dogs and they have the gear on and they'll have like a, a a sign on the gear, or it's stitched in the gear, says "Do not pet," which I understand, but I've never really seen a happy, jovial service dog. They all look to be either in distress or miserable or just looking like, I wish I could go live the life of those other dogs. I want to ride in a minivan and go to the beach. I want to chase frisbees and do things like that. I don't want to sit here in this house with this person who's miserable. That makes me miserable. I have to be miserable along with the person, because if I don't do what they're training me to do, I'm going to go back to the animal shelter. What happens to service dogs who aren't able to be trained to be service dogs, or service dogs who don't do what the owners need them to do as a service dog or an emotional dog? What happens to those dogs? They turn into slaves. They are slaves to the owners. I've never seen a happy service dog. Comment below if you have seen like when you see a dog just joyful and happy and bouncing around and just enjoying life. I've never seen a service dog like that. I don't care what breed of the dog it is. I've never seen a happy service dog. And I saw videos online. I've heard news stories where service dogs have assisted people in medical emergencies, things of that nature. But in general, if you're out and about, Home Depot, Lowe's, Whole Foods, public transportation, subways, wherever you see them, more than likely you're going to see one. They're going to have a look in the eye just like, this shit's for the birds. This is for the birds. I did not sign up for this. Comment below. First video of the year, permission to speak freely with Mr. Russell. Hit the subscribe button. We got more videos coming. Just want to put this up for the new year. Strange topic, but I noticed that today when I was out and about, and it just sort of resonated with me because I've seen this over the years. I've seen a lot of people with service dogs in this area where I live. A lot of people have them, emotional dogs or whatever you want to call them, but they don't look happy. They don't look happy at all. Comment below.